Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Digi Designs, and in today's tutorial we'll be designing a simple book cover design on Photoshop. Without wasting much of our time, let's get to it. So first of all, one of the important things to know is to get the size of the book cover, and the book cover consists of majorly three sides: the front side, that's the left side, the right side, and the spine, which is the middle. So we're going to be getting one side of the book cover first. So we're going to be working with 1600 by 2560. So we create this one first, then after getting it we want to get the other side, then the spine. So we'll come to our canvas size, we multiply this by 2, that's for the left and the right. Then we also add other a little pixel for the middle side, which is the spine. So this one multiplied by 2 is 3200, but we could make it 3500 for the middle side, which is the spine. But now we're going to make it come from one side of the design, so that it will be visible that we added a different thing at the other side. So click on OK. So it comes out like this. Then we will unlock this background and duplicate it. Once you duplicate it, you can move this to the right or to the left. Have you seen it? So we could get the spine area. I don't know if you understand. So after duplicating, so you can get the spine area. So now we can use our guideline, the ruler, that's Control R. If your ruler is not showing, you could press Control R, it brings out the ruler. Then you use the guideline just to get the exact area of the spine and to know where your front and back design is starting from. So that is it for the size. Then we could also draw to personalize the side and to separate them. We could draw a rectangle that will serve as the background for the left hand side and also for the right hand side. I could also still use the white or any other color you want to use. Let's just use this one for the meantime. Then we could duplicate it, Ctrl J, and also Ctrl A. Once you press your Ctrl A, you could move the one you have duplicated to the left. Are you seeing it? So this is it. It's more like it. So this is how it looks like. So this middle now serves as the spine. So just like these two now, we could just merge them together since we have gotten our left and the right side of the design. Then we could just we're going to give this spine its own different background. So that's why I draw this rectangle now. So this spine now has its own different background, just like the end of the back of the entire design. So yeah, that's it. So we could just use our ruler to also give ourselves a guideline that we could use when designing, yeah, for the book cover, the guideline that we could use. So now another important thing to know when you're designing a book cover is to be able to interpret the message that the writer or the author is trying to pass out. And in this book cover, from the document, we are going to be designing a book cover about public speaking without fear. So I've gotten the image I want to use, and this is the image I'm going to be using for the book cover. I'll drag it in and I place it here. So another reason for having a particular rectangle different from the left and the right is just to be able to separate the left and the right from my design. So this is my right hand side, this rectangle, so I can drag this here. You can see now. Then I can clip it. I can create a clipping mark, so the image is inside the rectangle I want it to be. Are you seeing it now? So the image is inside the rectangle I want it to be. So to be able to blend the image with the background, I can now change this color of this background now. This one for the right hand side now, I can change it to this color or any color in my image depending on how I want it to be. So let me say if I pick this particular color now, or this one, I could just blend the image. So how I blend my image is that I click on my image and I use my layer mask. I add my layer mask, then I go to my gradient tool and I can easily blend. Have you seen it now? This is wonderful. So blending it like this. So now I've gotten the blending I want. So another thing, let me zoom this in so we can focus on this side a little bit. Okay, so another thing I did was just to add a rectangle, just a small rectangle as a kind of border. Then I gave it a I I cancelled the field and I gave it a stroke of about 2 or 10, sorry, not too visible. I gave it a stroke of about 10 pixel, not too visible. Then I centralize it on my layer on this particular right hand side, so I can hold my control and click on the thumbnail of the rectangle by the right hand side and I can centralize it. So I also blended this thing to the background. Have you seen the way the overlay is? It gave it this kind of feeling, and that is how I wanted it to be. So that's for the I've gotten my background now. So I could probably just, okay, let me leave it there. Then now the next thing is for me to type in the the title of the book, because now we have passed the message across through the image. So it's for us to be able to type in the title of the book. While we are waiting for that, please don't forget to like this video, comment, subscribe, and also share this video so we could create more videos for you guys to watch. I really appreciate the support so far. So this is the typing. What's happening? Okay, let's wait for it, please. Okay, so I could just convert this to a smart object since I'm not going to be working on it again. Then I type in my, let me see, public speaking. I copy it. I could just paste it, Ctrl V. So I could just paste it, public speaking. I'm going to increase it, and I'm going to be using Bibas font for this. Bibas font. Okay, I'll increase the text because the message we are trying to pass across in this book is about public speaking, so it will be a little bit conspicuous. So I'll just make it a kind of white color. This is okay. Let me increase the space. Okay, this is good. So I bring it to the center of my work. I could hold my control and click on the rectangle so I can get the center properly. Then I centralize it. This is okay. So this is the public speaking. Then without fear, I'll type the without. Let me reduce it a little bit. Okay, then this without, I want to give it a script kind of font. I don't want it to be too visible like that. So let me see. So I'm going to work with this font. That's a visual holo script. Yeah, without. So I don't want this one to be the same color as the public speaking, so I'm going to use the color from the image here. So let me pick this color. This is more like a shade of so this so I'm going to use this color. Let me save the code so I can use it next time. Or let me try another font for this. Let's see, let me try autograph. Let me see how it goes. I don't know. Let me try that autograph. Okay, I think I prefer this better. So I type in my fear. I'm going to use the same Bibas font, so I can just hold your alternate and drag. If you don't want to duplicate, you can hold your alternate and drag it. So I type in the fear, and I'm going to make it big. So you just see that fear, you'll be like, what is fear? What is fear? So I use the same color as the one I saved earlier. So this is it. So we can zoom it in to see it. So I can bring this on a little bit up. Then I centralize it on this rectangle, and I can bring my fear up also. And remember, we have not typed our subtitle because it has a subtitle, so we're going to just group this one and call it title. Then I think we should bring it up a little bit, so we type the subtitle that's underneath it. Yeah, this is good. So I'll copy the subtitle, which is strategies for coping. So put it down, and we just look for, let me use this italics as it. I use the font there, play fair display for the, so I can make it white. Yeah, it's coming out nice. So I can just increase the spacing a little bit and make this an initial cap. Yeah, then I'll decrease it small. Let me use 10. Okay, this is okay. So I think we are done with the front cover, except okay, we have not written the name of the author. Yeah, so I think the name, and please, this is a fictional name though, so we're going to write it here, paste it, and let me use the same Bibas I used for the one, but this time around I'm going to increase it. So let's say 13, and I space it a little bit. Now let me make it 16. Okay, this is good. I can make it 100. Then I just add this dash line here. So this is the author's name. I will still check if it's centralized with my control and clicking on the thumbnail of the rectangle. So I check if it's centralized. Okay, it's centralized. So now we are done with the front cover. Then the back, we move to the back cover. So we just, if we can just group this and call it, we can group this and call it front. So now over to the back, we could just copy any shade of color depending from the back. Then I could also use part of this background. Let me duplicate it and take it to the back. So I use control and I click on this thumbnail, then I could centralize it so the thing will come in. So I'll just create a clipping mark so it could enter the same back, but this time around now I can just blur it a little bit so it won't be visible. I don't want it to show. It's not the front cover, just for the back to have a kind of different feeling. I don't want it to show that much, so I'll just blur it and I will reduce the opacity very well. Okay, let me use a darker shade of this green. Okay, more like it. Then also my spine, let me just give it a color. Okay, I think I'll give my spine this color. So this now, I could just make it like this. I think this is fine. So now I want to work on the back. So the back is just going to be basically about the book and the author. So I can just draw my rectangle, because the first thing here is about the author. Let me copy it. I'll just draw my rectangle here. And I give it this color. This same color here. And it says about the author. I just give it a dark color so it could show on the rectangle. I hope you guys are enjoying this video. Please let me know what you think about the design so far on the comments, in the comment section. So I increase this a little bit, then I could centralize it, and I could just group this one just to make it well arranged and name it about the author or something. Now we're going to add the image. I want to just add the image of the author somewhere here. So I'll just bring in my box, maybe a little box where I could put the image of the imaginary lady. Yeah, so this is it. Then I bring in a picture. Okay, then I will create a clipping mask. I clip her into my rectangle. Yeah, this is beautiful. So just for our face to be more visible, I'll increase it. So this is it. Then we could add a stroke to the rectangle if you wish. So I give the stroke probably 21. Yeah, so it will have this white kind of this thing, and because of this our spine, so we need to have it, imagine that it's not too close to the spine. So I could bring this one here, no sorry, the image, this is it. So when it will be like this. So that's it. Then we put in our details. So first of all, what's the first thing? I'm going to break this thing into two sides. So copy this, Then I come here and I use my text box this time around to draw a text box. So it won't, I want to separate the text, so I paste my text. If you draw it, you see the main part. Then I can just use any font. Let me use Times New Roman. No, sorry. Let me use popping. Okay, then I reduce my text and also the thing. So I used this alignment, then I make it white. So this text box helps you to automatically arrange your text. You just need to paste it to automatically fit it in according to how you align it. So let me make this 14. This is it. I can still make it so it won't be too okay. Let me continue typing it, so along the line if there's any adjustment we'll still do it. Then the other ones I bring it here, so I could just duplicate this one. If I hold my control, I can drag it. Have you seen it now? Then now this time around we could drag the text box to be here, since we are not, there's nothing that's obstructing us, so we could paste what we copied. Yeah, this is great. So this is it. Let me reduce this picture a little bit. Then I adjust this and increase the spacing in between. I think this is fine. Also, I could also make adjustment on these two. Okay, so we have created the about the author. The next is to put about the book. So I could just duplicate this about the author, since I'm going to be using the same rectangle, and I bring it down here. Remember, your duplicate is Ctrl J, so I could just change this to book. As simple as that. Yeah, so I could just move it to the left a little bit, then I drag this on a little bit. Yeah, good. So this one now could just be about the book. Perfect. So same thing, I could just duplicate this one and drag it so that I can bring it down here, just like duplicating it. So I could just have the same text size and format. Sorry. So I copy the about the book details and I will paste it. So I could drag it down because this one is going to be long. So I could just Ctrl A is to highlight it, or then Ctrl V on your Windows, Command V on your Mac, and I paste it here. So if you notice, there's a lot of it's clustered together, and I think it was well arranged here. So I need to figure it out. First of all, after the speaker, I'll have to give a space, then this. Yeah, I think there are some other things. Speaking, why should we? Okay, wow, I think the whole thing is scattered very well, so I need to get it right. We need to get it right. So powerful communication, the identification. Okay, then difference 11. well, we will need to also decrease the spacing of this particular one so it could contain everything that we are going to be typing. How to use, okay, I think it's well arranged now. So basically we have input all the details we need for the about the book. So now as you can see, our book is come to life. Then also to spice it up, because this is a point which was listed out, so we just put a bullet point so as to give the audience that feeling that these points are very very important. So I could just draw my box, a very little tiny box, then I'd give it a color, similar color as this. Yeah, this is great. So then we could duplicate it. Remember I said your duplicate is Ctrl J. So but I could also use my alternate. Once I hold my alternate, it gives me that double cursor, so I can drag it. So I'm working with Photoshop 2021, that's why it's giving me the automatic alignment sign. But if you're not working with it, you could just duplicate it, then later you could align them together. So I'm duplicating it with my alternate and I'm dragging. I'm duplicating it and I'm dragging. So this is it, this is it, and this is it. So it's something like this now. Then we could just group everything together, both the rectangle, the bullet, and the about the book. So everything is going to be about the book. So the book, sorry, that means if I close it, everything they are grouped together, same as this about the author. You could group everything and to be about the author. So this is just a simple way of designing the book. I know it's looking beautiful. Yeah, it's beautiful. So now over to our spine. This one now we could just write anything. You could write the name of the author or the title of the book. So if I'm going to be writing the title of the book, I could just possibly write it like this, something like this: public speaking without fear. Then I give it my font Bibas. Okay, then you could increase it, because this spine is not supposed to be too um big like that. So let me just use this like this. Okay, this is nice. So you could make it, you have to reverse it the other way around. So yeah, so what I did was just I used my rotate 90-degree, so I could reduce it a little bit. Have you seen it now? Then I Control A, since it's in the middle of the job, I Control A to centralize it for me. So this is it, very beautiful. Then you could duplicate the name. You also bring the name to the part of the book, so I can duplicate this name now. I take it to the front of my design, then I bring it somewhere here. I right click and I use this one. Then this is it. I can make this one a little bit small. Then I Control A and it centralizes it for me. So guys, this is just a very simple and fast way of creating a book cover design in Photoshop. If you like this video, if you feel there's any changes we need to make, if you feel I did a very wonderful job, you could just give me a thumbs up, like this video, comment, subscribe, and I promise you guys amazing video coming in the next tutorial. And also, more importantly, in the next tutorial I'll be teaching you guys how to present this book cover on a mock-up, how to present it on a mock-up so it will be beautiful for you to upload or for you to show the client and all that. So stay tuned and expect the next video from me. Thank you guys. See you.